Hey, how you doing? I'm Dr. Dave with Paragon Chiropractic, and welcome back to this week's video blog entitled, Are You Ready to Get Metabolically Flexible? All right, so hello and welcome back. If you, I don't know if you've noticed, but have you seen all these stretch labs that seem to be popping up all over the place, right? You know, kind of a cool idea. You go somewhere and someone stretches you out and you go back to being you and resuming those activities or inactivities that sent you to the stretch lab in the first place. Yeah, now that's a good way to go nowhere fast, isn't it? This is not a critique on stretch labs by any means, but rather on the mental mechanics of those individuals who think they can continue to do all of the many things that make them unhealthy and unwell, and somehow a miracle worker will come along and magically fix all that this person is causing with his lifestyle. Okay. How can one be unhealthy and unwell and do those things that are unhealthy and unwell and expect that somehow, someday, they will miraculously be delivered by some divine agency to a day in the future where they are now eternally healthy and well? If you recall from the previous blog, we talked about a quote from Thoreau, where he was talking about how people are constantly sliding downhill, and they get the idea that as they slide downhill, at some point they're going to hit a point and they're just going to start sliding back uphill. No, won't work. Doesn't work. Try it sometime. It doesn't work. You know, when I was a little kid, I saw Santa Claus sleeping in a chair in our living room. I know what I saw, and to this day, I know that Santa Claus exists. I don't believe in Santa Claus, or, well, maybe that'd be a cool thing. Wouldn't that be cool? No, I actually saw him, so I know that he exists. Now, I tell you this not so that you think I'm some sort of a wacko or something along those lines, but that I love the whole idea of magic wizards, genies, shaman, angels, gods, and magic elixirs and spells, lotions and potions and notions, and spirits from worlds beyond our own who can cure the human condition and all of our maladies and tragedies. But unlike Santa Claus, I have never seen any of these entities. Maybe you have. I would love to have like little magic pixies that do all sorts of, I love that sort of a world. I just haven't seen it. Santa Claus, yes. Magic pixies, no. So it looks like it's up to us to do something about us. What if, like the stretch labs, there was a place a person could go during the week and work on being metabolically flexible? There's a thought. And what if the place was some place that was really cool, with a cool staff and cool personnel who'd be willing to help you? And what if that place was a cool place, like Paragon Chiropractic, some place that was really cool, and you could go there and get metabolically flexible? Wouldn't that be something? That would be amazing. Well, there is such a place, and it is Paragon Chiropractic. How about that? So you can come here and be cool and get metabolically flexible. But real quick, what is metabolic flexibility? Remember, we used that term some time ago. It's basically the ability to adapt and use the most efficient energy sources in the body that are most available. This would be the ability to convert fat stores into ketones to fuel the body, to efficiently use carbohydrates rather than storing them as fats, and using amino acids and fats accordingly. I don't know if you know this or not, but 60% of the typical American diet is grains, grain flours, sugar, polyunsaturated vegetable oils, and trans fats. 60%. So we'll have people, oh, no, I'm eating really well. Read the label and you'll find out you're not. They managed to throw a little curveball in there on you, and you're getting messed with. How about that? These 5 things, the grains, grain flour, sugar, polyunsaturated vegetable oils, and trans fats, these promote chronic inflammation, which ultimately leads to disease and disorder. Ultimately, with metabolic flexibility, a person will significantly reduce non-vegetable carbohydrates and eat protein, vegetables, and fats, and gradually become healthier and healthier, and all that that would entail. It's a lifestyle, right? So you actually eat yourself well instead of eating yourself sick. So why not give us a call here at Paragon Chiropractic, and we'll help you with your metabolic flexibility. You know, here's a thought. If you got metabolically flexible, you might find you get more out of your stretch lab sessions. Something to think about. You'd get more out of everything if you were metabolically flexible. More. All right, so if you think about it, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, share this with all your friends, shout it from the mountains, run through the streets and everything else. And yeah, you can tell everybody your chiropractor digs Santa Claus because he saw him. All right, in the meantime, we'll see you next week. So in the meantime, take care. I'm Dr. Dave.